Hello everyone, I am Robert Morales, Fiscal Analyst with the Equity and Inclusion Department, and today I want to walk you through the application processes for the fiscal year 25 Raleigh Human Services Agency funding. Before going to the application, let's talk about this grant. The Raleigh Human Relations Commission reviews requests from human services agencies seeking funding from the city and makes recommendations to the City Council. The grants are awarded annually to non-profits that provide direct services to Raleigh residents with low incomes who identify with one of the target groups: youth, older adults, housing insecurity, person with disability, and person with a substance use disorder. Please remember that the submission deadline for the fiscal year 25 Raleigh Human Services Agency funding is Wednesday, January 24th, 2024 at 3 p.m. How to apply? Agencies are required to submit one electronic version of the application via email. The electronic application and its attachment should be in a viewable and printable PDF format. Please remember to send the electronic version of the application directly to the City of Raleigh Department of Equity and Inclusion at grants.equity@raleighnc.gov. Information about the FY25 can be found on our City of Raleigh website. Once here, it is important to go to the bottom of the page and click on Human Services Agency Funding to access the application and guidelines. Once you click on Human Services Agency Funding, it will take you to this screen and you will be able to find everything related to the application processes. Once you click on the application, you will find the document, FY25 Raleigh Human Services Agency Funding Grant Application. Now, let's talk about section first, Agency Information. Here, you will place your organization information. Please remember that to qualify, your organization headquarters must be located within the corporate limits of the City of Raleigh. Human Services grant funds may be awarded only to non-profit organizations with 501c3 status that have federal and state tax exempt status. Proposed programs must benefit low-income persons and households residing in Raleigh. Qualified applicants must have at least 1 year of recent experience in the delivery of services to the specified target groups. Only programs that have been established and providing services for at least 1 year will be considered. The request must not exceed 25% of the agency's total current operating expenses for the last completed fiscal year. It is important to fill out all the information and include the most recent contact information. You will find a short questionnaire prepared to help us better understand your organization. You can use additional sheets if needed. Please note that below you will find some of the most common definitions and terms found in this questionnaire. Now, here you will provide a brief history of the organization, including mission and goals, date of incorporation, and years of operation. You will also find section 3, which includes some questions regarding contact information, description, impact, and accessibility. Also, you will find the Schedule of Services form and Program Statistical form as part of section 3. Now, let's talk about the budget. Please present a budget explanation for each element of the program, specifying detailed program expenditure by category, example, salary, rent, and technology, breakdown of the expenses to be covered by city funds, along with the corresponding financial amounts, all revenue streams that will sustain the program's operation. Remember, it is important to note that the funding request from the Human Services Agency must adhere to the following restriction. It should not exceed 50% of the entire program budget, or it should not exceed 25% of the agency operational budget. Please submit a comprehensive agency budget for previous year, present year, and anticipate budget for the coming year and for the entire agency. Right here below, you will find the annual agency personal information form, which you will complete to show how your organization is staffed. Something I want to cover is the difference between direct and indirect cost. The Human Services Agency funding is awarded to organizations that provide direct services to the target population. Let's talk about direct cost. Grants awarded by the Human Services Agency funded are intended to support the delivery of services directly to the target population. As such, these grants cover a wide range of expenses directly related to program delivery. These expenses may include, but are not limited to, personal costs, which are salaries and wages of staff directly engaged in program delivery. This can encompass the salary of program managers, caseworker, counselor, and other frontline personnel. Program materials and supplies. Costs associated with the purchases of materials, supplies, and equipment essential for program operations. This may include items like educational material, medical supplies, or tools required for services provision. Client assistance. Financial assistance or support provided to the individual or population target by the grant. This might involve emergency aid, counseling services, or food and housing assistance but for youth, older adults, homeless, individuals with a disability, and substance users. Now, indirect costs. Indirect costs are those expenses that are not directly tied to the program delivery, but are essential for the overall functioning of the organization. The Human Services Agency funding does not cover this cost. Common examples of indirect costs include administrative operational expenses, financial auditing, and communication and IT support. It is important to note that not all organizations or expenses are eligible for the Human Services Agency funding. Some specific exclusions include individual. Grants are not typically awarded to organizations rather than individual applicants. Individuals seeking funding are generally not eligible recipients. And housing construction. Costs associated with the construction and sale of residential are not covered. Finally, you will find the Human Services Agency funding application checklist form. Applicants must submit a signed application checklist form. The required attachments are Board of Directors, include name, addresses, race and sex, phone numbers, position held, and expiration date of the term for all board members. Most recent Form 990, copy of agency current fiscal year or calendar year audit report, conducted by an independent certified public accountant. The City of Raleigh only asks agencies that already plan to audit, have a current audit report, or are required by their board organization policy to conduct an audit to provide their most recent audit report as normally required. Article of Incorporation. Assumed name or DBA form documenting the agency name change since its original article of incorporation were filed with the Secretary of State office. IRS tax-exempt letter confirming nonprofit status, statement of non-discrimination, and your certificate of insurance, meeting all the City of Raleigh requirements. If you need any assistance or have questions regarding a grant application, please contact us at grants.equity@raleighnc.gov. Thank you for watching.